What if I told you the man who changed the world of technology was once broke, fired from his own company, and searching for purpose? Before you hold that iPhone or dream of launching a billion-dollar startup, know this: behind Steve Jobs' sleek black turtleneck and stage charisma was a journey of pain, rejection, and relentless hustle. And if you've ever doubted yourself, felt lost, or feared you're running out of time, you're about to discover why his struggle might be your roadmap to wealth and purpose. To be honest, most of us can barely decide what to eat, and this guy was building tech empires before turning 30. But here's the kicker: he got kicked out of the very empire he built. Let's break it down. 3 acts. 1 legend. Your wake-up call. Steve Jobs wasn't a straight-A student. He dropped out of college. He had no money, no plan, just curiosity. He slept on floors, returned Coke bottles for change, walked 7 miles to get a decent meal at the Hare Krishna temple. Why? Because he believed intuition was more powerful than logic. And guess what? It was that same intuition that led him to create Apple. But wait, how does a broke, barefoot hippie go on to lead a trillion-dollar tech revolution? Because Steve didn't wait for life to become easy. He leaned into the chaos. Cliffhanger. But just when Apple took off, things took a dark turn. In 1985, Steve Jobs was fired from Apple. Yes, fired from his own company. Imagine birth. Something, nurturing it, watching it grow, only to be told you're no longer needed. It broke him. He wandered. Depressed. Directionless. Pattern interrupt. Think about it, most people get rejected on Tinder and take a week to recover. Steve got rejected by Apple and still rose again. He said, "The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again." Instead of giving up, he built Next and acquired Pixar. Yes, that Pixar, home of Toy Story and Finding Nemo. Cliffhanger. But what if I told you it was this painful detour that made him unstoppable? In 1997, Apple was dying. Guess who they brought back? Steve Jobs. With fire in his veins and scars on his soul, he returned to the company that once abandoned him. He didn't just fix Apple, he reinvented it. iMac, iPod, iPhone, iPad. All born from a man who once sold typewriters for a living. His pain had taught him focus. His failure had taught him patience. And his journey had taught him to never compromise vision. Emotional pull. If you've been knocked down, overlooked, told you're too late or not enough, remember. Sometimes you have to lose everything to find your real power. Cliffhanger. But you're probably wondering, how did Steve translate this comeback into generational wealth? Act 4, The Legacy and Lessons 6 to 7:30. Narrator. Steve Jobs didn't just build products. He built experiences. He made tech emotional, personal, desirable. And that's the secret. Success isn't about what you sell. It's about why it matters. He focused not on features, but feelings. Not on price, but perfection. And by doing that, he turned Apple into the most valuable company in the world. Urgency. Are you chasing money, or are you chasing meaning? Because meaning is where the money hides. Act 5, your turn 7:30 to 9 o'clock. Narrator. You're not Steve Jobs. But you're something just as powerful, you're you. You might be.